About the things I wanted to accomplish, because again, I view this as an opportunity to kind of rebut some of the things that's been said. But I want to forego all of it and talk about something that, quite frankly, scares the hell out of me. And it's something I've never really seen before in anybody running for a law enforcement position. Dan's bumper sticker on everything he distributes and every comment he makes is he's going to be a constitutional sheriff. We need to talk about that a little bit. On the surface, you know, if I want to look at it from a lighthearted standpoint, I might say, well, what does that mean? Because I could say I want to be a love your family sheriff. What does that mean? Well, I assume we all love our family, just like we all have a right to claim the Constitution without saying it. But the truth is he saying that because he wants to infer that somehow his opponent doesn't abide by the Constitution? Somebody that's had military training and taken the oath 3-4 times? I don't understand that, but I do understand what he means when he says constitutional sheriff, and he knows it too, because on his website is referenced to Sheriff Richard Mack, who is an anti-government person who was thrown out of office in Graham County. He's written a book, The Constitutional Sheriff. As best the National Sheriff's Association can tell, and this is serious business, there's only about 60 of them that show up for their conferences the last 2 years, but they're very vehement. They are very vehement. Guns are their number one objective, the support. Second Amendment, they call themselves constitutional. The third thing is they fight about land management issues. They're still fighting the war out west of the 1870s because they don't like what Theodore Roosevelt did when he designated certain national parks. The second thing that they get into, and something that scares me a lot, is they talk about the IRS as Gestapo, and they talk about the military as somebody that ought to recognize their constitutional duties and beat to a different drummer. It's a little bit scary stuff. But that's not, if it just stopped there, I'd say, Dan, come on now, this ain't right. But you got a right to think the way you think. But then the other day, I opened his website up, and he's got a reference on there, the Oath Keepers. Oath Keepers. It's a group that is affiliated with this, but they're the big boys. These are people on a Patriots list from the National Poverty Law Center, where they are on a watch list for extreme radicalism.
Oh, please.
McVeigh died. Going to his grave saying he was that kind of a patriot. This guy that runs the Oath Keepers movement, who says he's a constitutionalist, has now come out on his website and said it's time to arm, because we think Obama might win. It's time to arm, and it's also time to store food for the poor. This is the kind of about as radical as it gets.
Oh my God! Wow!
Well, I'm glad those closing comments. Folks, I'd like to thank Highland Park Neighbor Association, the one who brought all the cookies and all the water for you.
Yeah.